The awakening of Daniel. Daniel sat on the worn-out bench at the train station, his eyes glued to his phone, scrolling through social media. The glow of the screen reflected on his tired face as he sighed. Another day wasted. Another day watching people he didn't know succeed while he remained stuck in the same cycle. Work, home, distractions, repeat. He had dreams once. He wanted to start a business, travel the world, be someone that others looked up to. But reality had crushed him under the weight of routine and bills. He told himself that the world was unfair, that successful people had luck on their side, that he simply wasn't one of them. A man sat beside him dressed in a crisp suit, yet his presence was unassuming. Daniel barely noticed him until the man spoke. "You know, I used to sit on this same bench every evening, just like you." Daniel turned his head slightly, unsure if the stranger was talking to him. The man smiled. "I used to watch people rush home, caught up in their own lives just like I was. But one day I stopped. I asked myself, why am I stuck?" Daniel frowned. "Because life is hard. People like us don't just get chances handed to us." The man chuckled. "That's what I thought too. But then I realized something." He leaned in. "The world doesn't owe us anything. We don't get chances. We create them." Daniel scoffed. "Easy for you to say. You've obviously got money. Probably had rich parents or a lucky break." The man shook his head. "I worked at a warehouse for 5 years, breaking my back for minimum wage. I spent my evenings complaining about life, just like you, until I decided to change." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "How?" "I studied. I learned skills online, networked, and applied for better jobs. When I failed, I didn't stop. I adapted. My environment didn't change. I changed myself to fit it, to overcome it." Daniel stayed silent. The words hit harder than he wanted to admit. "You have two choices," the man continued. "You can keep scrolling through your phone, envying others, or you can start working towards something real. No shortcuts, just consistent effort." The train arrived and the man stood up. "Your reality isn't fixed, Daniel. It bends to those who push it." Daniel blinked. "Wait, how do you know my name?" The man smiled mysteriously. "Because I was you." And with that, he stepped onto the train, disappearing into the crowd. Daniel sat frozen. For the first time in years, he put his phone away, staring at his reflection in the station window. Maybe, just maybe, it was time to stop making excuses. That night, he made a plan. And for the first time, he took the first step toward change. 1 year later, Daniel walked past the same train station bench, dressed sharply in a tailored jacket. He no longer sat there wasting time. He had spent the past year taking small but deliberate steps. He learned digital marketing through free courses, started freelancing, and eventually landed a stable job. The first months were hard, long nights, rejection emails, self-doubt, but he pushed through. He saved money, built a routine, and stayed committed. Now he wasn't just surviving, he was growing. As he looked at the bench, he saw another young man sitting there, scrolling his phone with the same defeated expression Daniel once had. Smiling to himself, Daniel sat down next to him and said, "You know, I used to sit on the same bench every evening, just like you."